So KSI and Logan Paul have a popular hydration drink called Prime. You've probably known and heard of it from videos like this, and even some more videos that are kind of controversial like this. But what a lot of you have maybe figured out but haven't quite understood is the fact that Logan Paul and KSI do not want you to understand this key part in hydration. So in this video, I'm going to be taking you into why hydration is so important, what it means for actual athletes, and why this drink is crap. First off, when it comes to hydration, the sport that you are playing matters. Okay, take this for example. If you are a football player who goes outside, plays in the outdoors, the heat, the elements on a turf football field, and there's 100-degree weather outside, you're probably gonna sweat a lot. Okay, now take that guy and an indoor racquetball player. Okay, one who's inside in the air conditioner, simply hits the ball, doesn't have to move far. He's probably not gonna sweat as much. Hydration is key when you sweat. The more you sweat, the more hydration you are losing, thus the more you need. What we excrete, we must take back into our bodies. Okay, so with hydration specifically, what you do is excrete three main properties: potassium, sodium, and magnesium. Okay, each one of these are called electrolytes. Electrolytes is what our body loses as we sweat. If we want to have proper hydration, you must replenish those electrolytes. I am an ultramarathon runner. I personally sweat a ton. I'm also a bodybuilder and what some people call a hybrid athlete. As a hybrid athlete, I understand nutrition and hydration because it's what fuels my workouts, fuels my performance, and is able to make me perform to my best. Thus, when it comes to hydration, that is something that I have to hone in on and make sure that I perfect. Otherwise, my performance will be affected and I will likely have injury or illness coming very soon. So as an ultra marathon runner myself, I wanted to put Prime hydration to the test. So this past weekend, I went and ran in a 100-mile ultra marathon. Yes, 100 full miles. It takes over 30 hours and I'll just tell you right now, I didn't finish. However, during that race, hydration was key. I ran 61, 62 miles, somewhere around there. And part of the reason why I did not finish is my recovery time and my hydration was not optimal. I was trying to create this video for you guys, and in the process, we had 5 different drinks that we tested. The first hydration drink that we tried was obviously water. Okay, water is optimal in hydration because it's what we've done for thousands and thousands of years, but it does not come with those 3 sources of minerals that we need in electrolytes: sodium, magnesium, potassium. So a good supplement for that is obviously going to be some sort of sports drink. The 4 sports drinks that we decided to try was first Light. This obviously has its amount of sodium, magnesium, potassium, and it's different from these other 3. The next that we tried was going to be Gatorade. Your normal everyday product that pretty much everyone goes to, right? They know tried and true Gatorade works. Next is going to be Powerade. This once again is probably number 2 to Gatorade and just like all knowing of hydration sports drinks. And then the last one and the newcomer and the one that we're going to be testing today is Prime. Prime hydration, obviously, with Logan Paul and KSI blowing it up and taking it to honestly monumental levels, which first off, props to them for their marketing. But is it a good sports hydration drink? During this race, I wanted to test it out. So this is what happened as I was racing. For the first 20 or so miles, I really just intook water. And once I got about 20 miles in, I knew I needed a sports drink to replenish the amount of sweat that I was excreting from my body, the amount of quote unquote electrolytes. So first drink that I went after was that Light. So here's all the facts and nutrition for what the Light has. And once again, we're focusing on sodium, magnesium, and potassium. Following that run, I went ahead and ran a few more miles, probably 5 to 10 more miles. And I went ahead and ingested that Gatorade. Now, once again, this is the prime source that pretty much everyone is using. No pun intended. But the Gatorade has this nutrition facts. Once again, still targeting sodium, magnesium, and potassium. After a few more miles, ran a little bit more, I then intook the Powerade. I wanted to see what that was going to do for me. The Powerade has this nutrition, and that I still felt pretty good, but that last one and the final drink that we wanted to test out was Prime. So I ran 5-10 more miles, around mile 50, 55, ingested that Prime. And this once again is the nutrition facts for Prime. After running all these and including everything, what I want you to focus on with hydration is sodium. Also, look at the sugar. Why look at sodium and why look at sugar? When you are ingesting electrolytes into your body, you want to replenish those electrolytes as fast as possible. While you are running miles, you want to replenish all of that fuel that you are excreting, all of that you are losing, which once again is sodium, magnesium, potassium. The fastest way to get those molecules and those 3 minerals back into your system is through a carbohydrate, a fast acting carbohydrate, which is sugar. Yes, you need sugar when you are running hundreds of miles. The sugar and the glucose in the sugar will transport those molecules into the bloodstream as fast as possible. So Prime has little to no sugar. This then slows the process of those electrolytes getting into your body. Not to mention, the biggest and most abundant amount of electrolytes that you are losing throughout your run, the mineral itself is sodium. You are losing the highest amount of sodium as you run. That's why when you run around in your hat, your ball cap, right, you get that little white thing on it, right? You know, when you sweat a lot and you get that little white streak, or you see your buddies or whatever, and then on your armpits, you know, when you wear a black shirt, you get that like white stuff. That is salt, right? You ever go on a run and your dog starts licking you all the time? It's salty, right? Your skin's salty. That's because you're excreting sodium. Sodium is salt. If we're losing so much sodium, shouldn't our electrolyte drink, our sports drink, be the highest in sodium? Not only that, shouldn't it have a good amount of sugar so it can get into our bloodstream as fast as possible? When you sweat, when you exercise, you need to replenish your electrolytes. Prime is not the best way to replenish these electrolytes. And so UFC fighters, you think they sweat? Well, I mean, Prime is the sponsor, the #1 hydration drink for UFC fighters. Why? Why have they done this? Because marketing. Because Logan Paul will sell his soul to do just about anything. If he wants to make a quick buck, he'll make a quick buck, and he doesn't care what he has to go through or what he has to do to make it. So let's give this product that, hey, we'll call it a sports drink because I am a pro wrestler, and then we're going to put a big old price tag on it, and we're going to send it out so sports and athletes will promote it, and we can make a whole bunch of money. But is it really the best product for these pro athletes? I know for me, as an ultramarathon runner, running this one in particularly, I failed around mile 60. Now, is it to say that hydration was my failure, was the reason why, because I ingested that Prime right before I failed? Was that the reason why? Probably not. That'd be going a little far. But I will say, it was in the best interest of my body and of my health to drink Pedialyte, Gatorade, and Powerade. Those 3 drinks are performance drinks that pro athletes need to be using when they're outside in the heat. Granted, if you're in the gym and you're lifting weights, cool. Go open up a Prime. Drink that. You get a little bit of sodium, a little bit of magnesium, and you get a ton of potassium. Good. It tastes good, sweet. That's the reason why you drink it. Cool. You won't get much sugar in it either. It's low in calories. Cool. Do that. But if you're outside and you're in a football game and you have shoulder pads on and a helmet and you're on the turf and it's 100 degrees outside and you're sweating, do not, I repeat, do not drink Prime. This will cause you to perform less than if you had an alternate drink. So, Logan Paul, KSI, are they making a bunch of money? Yes. Are they living their lives lavishly and enjoying it? Yes. Are they helping you become the best version that you can be? No, they're not. And they're not transparent about it, which is the reason why I have a problem with this and the reason why I'm making this video, because I want you guys to become the best version of yourself with all of the information, everything included. If you're going to be outside running, if you're going to be doing something difficult and you're sweating a lot, go get a Gatorade.